Greetings and welcome to another episode of Naturally You Radio. My name's Leah, I'm a Naturally You coach, and today I'll be sharing a super simple tip that can significantly boost your health. It's absolutely free. It takes very little extra time and can even reduce how much you eat while keeping you full and satisfied. And if you want to find out more, please keep listening. So today's episode is taken from a step in one of my best-selling books, first written over 10 years ago, but still relevant today, called Becoming Naturally You, which is a 39-step guide to transforming your mind, diet, and life naturally. So the book focuses on helping you make one step a week to improve your mind, diet, and life, instead of trying to change everything at once to make it more achievable and therefore more likely for you to experience the benefit from it. It's one of my best-selling books over the last 10 years, and I'm going to be running a book club on the book for the first time ever, starting on Sunday, the 5th of February, fully online, over 14 weeks, where you'll be doing the fast-track version of the book, and we're going to actually be covering 3 steps a week, but with my support, so it's still achievable. If you'd like to join us for the journey, then visit thenaturallyyoucoach.com/events to find out more and join now. And I look forward to seeing you there. But for now, we're going to be looking at step 15 in the book called There Are No Teeth in Your Tummy. So in Chinese medicine, and also with some of my own clients, looking at the tongue can be a great tool in finding out the general health of the body. So just like the skin, the eyes, and the blood, which some of you guys know I love looking at as a live blood analyst in the Naturally You clinic, your tongue can tell you a lot about what's going on the inside. So there was a famous nutritionist who once actually did a talk in which a man stood up and asked her to look at his tongue. Now she was fascinated, probably because no one had offered their tongue to her before, because it was the clearest tongue that she'd ever seen, almost like a baby's minus the dribble and the milk, of course. Now, amongst other things, a tongue that's clear with no patches in the coating, no spots or red, black or yellow markings, and that isn't too swollen or too red, is a sign of pretty good health and a pretty healthy body. She asked him what diet he was on and how old he was. Now the whole room was shocked that he was 70 because he only looked about 50. And even more surprising was that he said he had never been on any diet. He ate what he wanted, whenever he wanted to, which I'm not recommending, by the way, I'm just telling you. This is what he said. But for his whole life, he had always chewed his food until it was a liquid consistency, which is something that he learned from his grandmother. He claimed that he had only had a few short-lived colds in his whole life and no major illnesses. Now, I'm sure he was probably doing a few other things to maintain his health, but he attributed his health to his chewing. This does make a lot of sense though, as our body is designed to heal, grow, and repair itself. It just needs a good fuel source to do this. So fully chewing your food breaks it down more completely so that your body can actually get all the nutrients from it to fuel your body naturally. When we swallow half-chewed food, as there are no teeth in our tummy, believe it or not, the food is going to stay in that state pretty much. And it's going to be in a state that your body can't get the nutrients from. Think about when a baby with no teeth gets its hands on sweet corn and puts that sweet corn in its mouth. It does not chew the sweet corn. And when you open the nappy, bam, you've got a bright yellow kernel looking at you. So because your body can't get the nutrients from it, and sometimes your body will even see these big clumps of undigested food as invaders, the food is going to pass out of us having done not much else but aggravate our system. It's not surprising, therefore, that ancient cultures who enjoyed amazing levels of health made chewing their food a priority, with some African cultures being reputed to chew each mouthful of food no less than 72 times. Now, as you can imagine, or as you'll find out if you try it, this can be a longer process. But nowadays, life is geared to doing everything on the run, so junk food that requires 2 chews before swallowing fits right in with that, but it doesn't necessarily help us in any way. Whereas fully chewing your food can actually mean you feel fuller from less food, meaning you may end up eating less, which will offset the extra time taken chewing. Now, raw foods and whole foods often require a certain amount of mastication, which is a fancy word for chewing. And the longer you chew, the more digestive juices get produced in your mouth and in your stomach to more fully break down the food when it gets to your stomach so that you get more from it. So there's huge benefits in making sure that you're chewing your food fully and completely. Now, there's an old saying that I taught my children, which I think comes from Chinese origin, which is drink your foods and chew your drinks, which emphasizes the importance of chewing everything to get all the nutrients from it. And at times, I will literally chew mouthfuls of green smoothie or chocolate milk a few times before swallowing it. Now, the action step for step 15, because all the steps in the book come with an action step, is to chew one meal a day perfectly for 7 days. So I'm going to ask that you make a slightly smaller portion of one meal a day and chew each mouthful at least 30 times. Now, I shared this piece of advice with someone, and then they said, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. And they happened to be eating a patty at the time. I said, just chew the mouthful that's in your, take a bite now and chew it 30 times. And after about 15, 17 chews, it does feel like I'm ready to swallow now. Just push past it and keep chewing, and you will soon get into the habit of fully chewing it. So try this for a week and see if you still feel as full and satisfied as you normally do with a regular sized portion with this smaller portion of fully chewed food. Also notice how different foods taste when you chew it completely, and see if there are any improvements to any digestive challenges that you currently have. Now, I found that bread tasted sweeter when I was chewing it completely, that an apple was almost too filling to finish, and I felt really silly chewing my smoothies, so I stopped doing that. Now, I would love to hear from you to hear how you found doing this. And again, this step is from my book, Becoming Naturally You. And on Sunday, the 5th of February, I'm going to be running a fully online book club over 14 weeks to go through 3 of these steps, 3 steps just like this in the areas of mind, diet, and life over 14 weeks. So if you'd like to join and find out more, you can visit thenaturallyyoucoach.com/events. And I look forward to seeing you there. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Naturally You Radio, and I look forward to hearing how your chewing adventures go. See you again soon. Take care, much love, and stay healthy.